First cruise for my family in 2.5 years, and I'm so glad Royal is back. It has been 10 years since Royal Caribbean has been in the Los Angeles market. Welcome. This was my favorite cruise a long time ago, and I'm so glad now I can go all the time on a Royal Caribbean ship out of Los Angeles. So first I'm going to show you guys today my room. I had a junior suite. This is the first time I've ever been in a junior suite, and this is my 24th cruise with Royal Caribbean. So I have done grand suite and higher sometimes, but I've never done a junior. It was very large. I did like the size of it. The bathroom was nice, but sometimes I don't like a bathtub. I just don't like jumping over and jumping out. So you have to take that in consideration if you want a shower or if you want a bathtub. But it was very large and nice. And that closet was super huge. My room was the cleanest it's ever been on a cruise ship. We were in the aft, room 6392, a little different. I had a nice lounge chair, and that chair is super important because the couch is gone if you have a child. We actually did a royal up on this room. So that basically means we had a balcony cabin, but we bidded for the suites and the junior suites, and we won. So a great way right now, especially with the restart of cruising, you have a great shot at this. So definitely if you get a royal up, I definitely recommend going and bidding for it. A great fridge. We actually brought some of our own soda on board, and that's a little pro tip. You can do up to 12 cans, and if you're local, it just makes sense if you're not going to get any kind of beverage package. The junior suite has a coffee pot, and I will tell you, I used it every day. That and the chair are the sellers for this room. Not only is it large, but it's just nice to have a nice place to sit, and then also with the coffee. The couch turns into a bed. It became a double, so it was really nice for our daughter to have a huge place to sleep, and it definitely was rooming. I wanted to have a good room coming back into cruising for them, and so this is what we chose. So this was a royal up, so obviously I didn't get to choose my location, so you do have to be aware of that. I did like it because there was no wind back there, so that was really cool. I definitely had a great time sitting out there, so just be aware that the visual can change. And our first place to eat was Izumi. It's the sushi restaurant. We loved it. This is probably one of our favorite places. By the way, if you like our channel, please subscribe. We'd love to have more followers. And this place was awesome. It is a a la carte restaurant, or you can do a $35 option too. Because we had the ultimate dining package, we could have this. So we had some sushi rolls, and then we also are going to another restaurant next. And that was because I saw that as a pro tip on La Lita Loca's channel. So, but it was a lot of food, so I don't know if I would do that again. So, but it was great. We would next time eat here for the full meal. So we only had sushi, but I want to go back to this. We'll be back on the ship in a month or two, and at that point we will try this for a full dinner. Great cocktails as well, and of course, who doesn't like mochi? So we had a great time here, and this is what we started. So we went here at 5:30, and then we went over to Chops at 9 o'clock. So again, you can do that on the ultimate dining package. You can have multiple restaurants, but it's a lot of food, and I didn't get to finish everything at Chop, so I don't know. I don't know if I do that again, but I want to try every restaurant. I was super excited to come back, and there was 4, and we were on a 3-night cruise, so that was my options. Now, I've been to Chops plenty of times, and I do like Chops. What's nice about the ultimate dining package is the kids are only $10 if they're from the age of, I believe it's from 6 to 12, and then 5 and under is free now. By the way, the tuna tartare, my favorite thing in the whole restaurant. I love that on any cruise ship, so always try that. My family didn't like it, but it's my favorite. So anyways, with the kids now being $10, it really is a great program. You do have to call it in for the ultimate dining package, and we only paid $97 a person to eat as much, as we wanted in all the specialty restaurants. Now, so if you just wanted to eat here for one night, it would be a lot more expensive. So consider it. The only negative is you can't pick the times you want to eat until you arrive to the ship. And so we did have late dining a lot. So that was probably the only negative of it. Is sometimes it is hard to get a space. You have to make sure that you get to the ship early, so you can definitely plan out your dining options on this one. So that was my only pro tip on that, is make sure that you take care of that ahead. We actually were delayed because of a COVID test for our child, and so a lot of stuff was already sold out. So we closed Chops because we had last ones in there, and we closed another restaurant too later in the thing. I needed a photo for Instagram, and my husband decided to play with this food. I can't. So that's why I'm the one who talks on these, and His job is only to make the food look nice, not like that. Actually, I've asked him to do videos at other places, and let me tell you, I will never put them on my channel. Okay, so a little bit more about the restaurant there. Chops is great. It's a great romantic restaurant if you want to eat out for the night. This is the cruise next area. It's really great to book your cruise on while you're on here. With Dream Vacations, we have a book on board program too, but it's nice to get double whammy on that. So you should book on board there and then book with us within the first 30 days back. This is the Solarium. This is where the adults can go. It was super popular on a cruise because obviously the kids can't go there, and so the kids were taking over the main pool. So this is very popular throughout our cruise. And then here's a little bit of footage from the main pool. The only thing I thought was the television was really odd. It seemed very old and dated. I wish they would upgrade that screen because it did seem old, but everything else looked amazing. The lime and the coconut was awesome. I loved all the areas to sit. I felt there was enough seating. And then, of course, my husband, again, he loves the Johnny Rockets. It comes again with the Ultimate Dining Package. So, you're really going to get your bang for the buck on this. If not, if you don't have the Ultimate Dining Package, you do have to pay for Johnny Rockets. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was like around $8 per person. So again, not a huge fee, but again, Ultimate Dining, if you have that option in your app. This is a little video of the lime and the coconut. It's a tier bar, so it has multiple levels, so you have lots of places to sit there. There's 2 water slides on this cruise. I did attempt the Blaster. I'm not a water slide person, so moms and dads, it wasn't that bad. And actually, you go into a slide at the end, so it was really more like a roller coaster than a slide. In fact, I barely got wet, so if you're going to go on one, try that. And then here is, of course, Flowrider. We had a super great time on Flowrider. I did not do it, but my husband and daughter, of course, tried it. They were boogie boarding on it. Get there early so you don't have to share it, because if it gets too busy, they make it, they put a blow up thing in the middle and separate it. So the earlier, the better. And of course, the rock climbing is there as well. This ship has all the ice skating, the rock climbing, the miniature golf, which I'll show. So to have this ship in Los Angeles now is amazing. Like, we haven't had a ship like this in 10 years. And so I'm hoping everybody books it out there, because I would love for it to stay. It's such a great family trip for the weekends, or just a Monday through Friday to Catalina and Ensenada. And if you've never been to Ensenada, I've done really amazing tours in Ensenada, so don't discount that. This is the gym. It was remodeled last year with the renovations from this ship. It's really tiny compared to most ships. Thought that was unique. I didn't take too much video because there was people in it. If you notice, most of my videos don't have people, and that's because I try to keep everybody's privacy as much as I can. And I just get up really, really early to do all this. Now, here is the casino. Oh, and a cool tip as well in here. Everybody gets free play money the first day or 2 of your ship, and it's on your card. If you don't know how to find it, just ask a casino host or someone in there to help you. But I had a free $8, and I won off of it. I think I went in to be like, I don't know, 40 or 50 from it. So please make sure you check for that. They had a Starbucks. My daughter loved that because obviously she's 11 and she wanted her pink drink and she could have it every day. So that was really awesome that Starbucks is here. And, they have a couple coffee options in this ship. So not only did they have that, but they also had Seattle's Best. Now here's the main dining room. And because we had the Ultimate Dining Package, we never ate in there except for the last day for breakfast. So we did eat there for the last day. I thought the waiters were awesome in there. They were so funny in the morning. A little bit more video footage of the promenade, which is like the signature of, I haven't been on the ship in like 17 years, but this is the signature of Royal Caribbean. In fact, this ship I was on in like 2005. And so it's just crazy that now I'm here with my family. The bamboo room is an add-on, and I loved it. It is so cute inside. You do have to be vaccinated to be in there. So obviously kids are starting to get vaxxed. It'll change, but right now, like, we couldn't go in very often because of our daughter. So that was a little complicated too on the cruise. She was unvaxxed. She's currently vaccinated now, but at the time she wasn't. So there are unvaccinated locations and vaccinated locations right now. Now this was so adorable. There's some interactive things on the wall, great for pictures, and you got to try that. That's a handshaken pina colada. So yummy. Playmakers is right across the street in the promenade. It's super, super popular. In fact, they have one of the best hamburgers on the ship. So it's a truffle burger. You must try it. And with, again, ultimate package, you get $20 per person to spend in there. So, you know, if you're looking at like the ultimate dining package, I mean, it's just a winner. Like it just keeps on giving. So, again, it has arcade games in here, has a nice little private venue in the back as well. And there's no fee for that. You just have to be first come, first serve. So I just like sport areas because a lot of ships don't have them. And, you know, it's nice to have. I was married on Super Bowl. So, and I was married on a cruise ship. So that was a huge thing I wish we would have had back then. This is the dry bar also in the promenade. We did go here. My daughter got a blowout and it was super nice. It was kind of cool actually to be on the promenade. I could sit and stare outside while she, you know, versus being in the spa area. So it's run by the spa. So same, you go either place if you want more privacy. And then this is the Diamond Lounge. So I am a Diamond member. In fact, I'm almost Diamond Plus. This is somewhere you can go for coffee for free if you want that espresso. And of course, they have snacks in there too. And then you get to talk to all the Royal Caribbean junkies. I mean, it's pretty fun in there to hear where they're going. I think there was someone going like 5 cruises back to back on this because if you're local, it's great. You could just keep going on and on this ship. And pro tip on the statuses, you know, I'm Diamond. I'm about to go Diamond Plus, and my daughter gets my status for life. So there's definitely motivation to, and I may do a video on that, on why you should be loyal to Royal. Now, here we are on the miniature golf section. It was adorable. Of course, we had to do it. We had our child with us, and we had a great time on it. It was a pretty hard course. I wouldn't say we were pros at it, but we did have fun. And then that's a sprinkler system right next to it. So if you want to cool down, you can hit a button and get cooled off up there as well. Again, so this was remodeled last year, and you can't tell it's, you know, as old as it is. So the ship is about 20 years old, but the remodels, the amount of money they spent, again, it looks so fresh and new and such a great family vacation. I mean, you can't get better this in our backyard if you're in California. I enjoyed the Flowrider so much that I actually go and watch the surfers do it. So there are times where it's surfing, and then there's some times where it's boogie boarding. And so just make sure you watch the calendar because the surfers are really good. In fact, my husband saw someone on it privately. He asked the worker, he's like, well, why is it private? Can you pay for that? And they're like, no, sir, that's the captain. So you may catch the captain back on there surfing. I wish I would have got video footage, but my husband said no, he was just surfing by himself. So pretty cool. Right here, they're having a Zumba class, I believe. And so there's so many activities on this cruise. That's what makes it amazing. Again, so many choices on the ship of what you can do all day. Again, weekend ship. I mean, you're not going to be bored. You're not going to be able to do everything either because, I mean, we couldn't get to ice skating or rock climbing because we were so busy on the slides. And I think that is my husband actually trying this. I give him A for effort. He was doing a good job. So again, all levels can do that. Now here's our next ultimate dining package experience, which is Jamie's Italian. It is by far my personal favorite on a Royal Caribbean cruise. I just love it. I love that it's very kid friendly. I love that the ambiance, it's a little different than a regular Italian because it does have an English influence. And it's literally my favorite. I actually like it more than Chops. Do anyone else like it more than Chops? Put it in the comments on why you guys like it. Again, it wasn't too busy the night we went, and I think we were closing out that restaurant too. So you know, you can really pick your time. Sometimes it's really not that busy at some of these places. They had a little delay in the kitchen, so they just brought that out to us. It was so yummy. It was a nice garlic cheese bread, and this was our appetizer. Okay, incredible. It comes on cans. It's this big long meat platter with cheese, and we just like, oh, it was so good and yummy. So don't skip the meat platter. It's one of those things where people are picking, I see people picking the other items, but y'all should just get this. It's so good to start the meal with, and I think I've never not gotten it. It's, you know, my husband had never been to this restaurant before, and he was just like, okay, this is super cool. We ate the whole thing. Like there was nothing left of this thing. So again, highly recommend the meat platter. But again, you can get other appetizers too. I saw a lot of good ones on there. So you might want to get this on top of a regular, appetizers. There's no rules when you're even in the specialty. If you want to get something else, they're happy to provide it. My husband's the type who does like to try, like, okay, let me try this as well. And then I had for dinner the lasagna. My husband had a chicken dinner plate, and then he also got a pasta, so you can see you can get multiple things if you like. And again, the children are only $10 from the 6 to 12 range. So it used to not be like this. You actually did used to pay a lot higher fee for children to go to specialty. And let's talk about that. It's okay for kids to go to specialty restaurants. I think that's a misconception out there that people will question why you're bringing a child in. You know your kid. My child knows how to eat in a gourmet restaurant and be fine. It's her by herself. She hangs out with adults, so she knows how to behave. I think if your kids, aren't ready for that, then maybe it's not the best choice, because some people do want this as a romantic night. So just be prepared on, if your kids can handle that or not, right? So now I'm just giving you a little bit of video tour of some of the venues on board. Obviously, that's the theater. Currently unvaccinated is sitting in the balcony cabins, and the balcony, and the vaccinated are sitting at the bottom. Again, that separation right now, because they do allow unvaxxed children at this time. When you watch this video, it could have changed, so please make sure you check with Royal Caribbean. But when we went on this cruise, children under 11 were still allowed to go unvaxxed. And again, that can change at any time due to COVID. I loved the show. I thought Showgirl was really nice, appropriate for kids. It was great. My child loved a lot of the music. So I would definitely say it's very family friendly on that. We saw some other shows in here as well. I saw some headliners. There was one I didn't care for, but people loved him. So he must be famous in the Royal Caribbean fan base. And this was heavy fan cruise. So there were a lot of Pinnacle, Diamond Plus on this cruise, because again, they have not been in the LA market for 10 years. So I'm pretty sure everybody who could, this was the first 3-day cruise that was out here, was on there. I know as soon as I saw it coming, I booked it because I miss having a ship here. So here's our breakfast in the buffet. We only went to the buffet twice. We went to the buffet when we arrived, and I didn't have a pleasant experience there. I did have something that was not right. And then this was for breakfast. Again, it was good, but don't forget, you can always go to the dining room as well. We had that dining room the last day, and we loved it. Now, Loco Fresh is one of my favorite places to go. It's free. There's no charge for this. You can get nachos and burritos and tacos and salsa, and they do serve it for you. So at this time, due to COVID, you can't just go get your own salsa and stuff, but it's just nice to have nachos at the pool. So I really like that as well. Oh, I guess I put my drink in twice because I liked it. This is the ice skating rink. And so I love the ice skating. It's called Ice Skate, and do not miss this. When it comes to ice skate, you have to get tickets for it, and it does sell out. We had to go onto the extra show. So by the time we boarded the ship was very late because of COVID testing and all that. Everything was sold out. And so they extended and adding another show on our last day at 4:00. And so we were able to see it. But I do recommend the very first thing you do on this cruise ship is get tickets to the skating show. It will be sold out. It is the best show on the cruise ship. Hands down, nothing beats this. They were literally amazing, and I can't wait to see them again in a few months when I go back on. So I just want to show you some footage of the show itself, but you really got to see it in person. And then the ice skating rink, just so you know, if you've never been on a Royal Caribbean cruise or you're thinking about going, during the day, this is a ice skating rink for the kids or adults or whoever wants to learn how to ice skate, and many of the skaters are there to help you as well. So if you want to learn ice skating on a cruise ship, it's an option. And I think that was the first time I actually ice skated years ago, was on a Royal Caribbean cruise, and it's super fun. So be aware that that's an option here. Now, our last dinner was at Hooked. This is the seafood restaurant. Very cute, tiny restaurant. Okay, the waiter was amazing. He was from the Philippines, and I don't know if he'll remember us, but we had a great time with him. He was super fun. I don't want to put his name on just in case he watches this. But we loved the soup was delicious. My shrimp cocktail was massive. And my daughter had coconut shrimp for the first time. She loved it. That salad I would get that again. And then we each got the 2-pound lobster. And again, this is a specialty restaurant, but because we have the ultimate dining package, it was part of our our trip. And again, we only paid about $100 a person for this ultimate dining package, and the price changes depending on the cruise and depending on how long your cruise is, so be aware of that. But I always recommend getting a dining package. I don't care if it's a 2-day, a 3-day, an ultimate. You should be trying all the restaurants because some of them are so good. And then here I just got some little more footage of the venue. You can see it's super cute. It's definitely part of the remodel, just so nice and fresh. And that's what I love about Royal Caribbean. They definitely keep these ships up to modern status. This was just a nice, adorable restaurant. I don't think a lot of people even realize it's here because it's on a floor that's kind of hidden. But Hooked, I definitely would. That lobster was delicious. So, don't just assume chops. So many people love chops, and I get why they love it because the steakhouse. But don't forget about Hooked. Hook was good. Don't forget about Jamie's Italian. That was good as well. And we agreed that Izumi was our favorite, hands on, especially the view at Izumi. We had a great time there. So Izumi was our favorite. Here's a little sunset photo from the Cosmopolitan Club at the top. Do not miss that lounge. It's one of my favorites at night to, like, if you're at a sunset, go see there. I hope this video helped you. If any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you so much. Bye.